The fastest path to financial freedom with the lowest barrier to entry is learning the skill of sales. It's how I built my successful career after starting at zero, and I want selling millions to empower you to do the same. In this video, we're starting at the very beginning. I'll outline exactly how you're gonna ace your first interview to get your first run on the board and put you on the path to be a star salesperson. Because if you can't sell yourself, how in the hell are you gonna sell anything else? I know that you will use the information in this video to land your dream sales job. So I'm gonna ask you for one favor to please hit that like button. It helps our channel grow and lets more people find our content. And also subscribe to Selling Millions. We're going to grow your toolkit for extraordinary sales, mindset, and wealth. Now let's get into it. Imagine walking into an interview and already having the upper hand. Just like on a sales call, you can set yourself above all of the average reps by showing that you went above and beyond with your interview preparation. You need to show this interviewer from the first moment that you can conduct this interview like a sales call that you're in control of. So yes, it's important to build rapport, but we don't want to waste these precious first seconds. Use the first moments that you introduce yourself to drop in some information that you've learned about the company, or more specifically about the interviewer themselves. You can usually find some information about them on social media, like on LinkedIn, if you don't already have a direct contact at the company. Your goal is to quickly transition from being random interviewee number 5 to being somebody seen as an equal, somebody with intentionality, somebody who's done their preparation. See if there's an accomplishment that you can mention from this person's LinkedIn. Perhaps the interviewer has just got a promotion or made a post about something that's piqued your interest. When I was interviewing for my last role as a sales rep, I was super fortunate to have a good friend who already worked for the company. So I used this unfair advantage to show my interviewer that I was already familiar with them and cared about their success. I opened by congratulating the interviewer on leading her team to exceed their quarter targets. When you can front foot these sorts of things, you're going to immediately stand out from the crowd by showing the interviewer that you care about them and their company without even having a role there. And it's going to allow you to avoid being in a situation where you stick your foot in your mouth by asking a silly question. Our goal here is to position yourself as an equal, somebody who knows how to lead a conversation and interpersonal communication. Once the interview starts, it's inevitable that you're going to face questions about your background. And in your first sales interview at the beginning of your career, this can feel incredibly daunting. But your success in sales depends on your ability to be able to front up to uncomfortable conversations. You can use these questions to demonstrate that you're a switched on person who has mastered their mindset and understands their transferable skills. This isn't the moment to take 10 minutes rambling through everything that you've done since college. You want to focus on the high points and transition moments in your career. When walking through your resume, highlight one key achievement from each role and try and keep it under 90 seconds. You want to illuminate your transferable skills and use this opportunity to demonstrate communication and your interpersonal connection. Just like when we're selling, it's easy to fall into the trap of saying too many words. So keep it brief and to the point. If they've got more questions about a role, they'll ask you. Don't be afraid of any gaps that you have on your resume. Since COVID, there's a lot more understanding about disruptions and the positives that those can bring. Life happens. Don't feel the need to lie about what you've done to fill in the gaps. Instead, do some thinking beforehand about the lessons that you've learned from those big moments of transition in your life or disruptions to your career. The more confident that you are in communicating this, the more willing an interviewer is going to be to pick up on those strengths that you've gained from moments of challenge. When I interviewed for my first sales job, I just passed through probably the most difficult period of my life. I had a big gap in my resume between jobs, and I really needed somebody to take a chance on me. A couple of weeks into the job, my interviewer came up to me and she told me that it was actually the confidence with which I navigated that difficult conversation about the gap in my resume that was what landed me the job. She said that it showed her that I would be able to handle the difficult conversations that a sales role had, demonstrated my growth mindset and my focus on problem solving. There is no need to feel ashamed of your challenges, because easy lives create weak people, and the thick skin that you've developed from the challenges that you've faced are going to serve you so well in this sales role. When asked why you're leaving your company, never bash your current job or talk negatively about your current career path. Instead, when you explain your situation, highlight what's gone well, what skills you've learned from it, and where you're willing to grow. When you're being interviewed, it's natural to feel that power imbalance in the room. And often people are on the back foot when they're asked if they have any questions. This isn't the moment to talk about quotas or bonuses. It's actually another opportunity for you to showcase the skills that you're going to bring to your sales role. This is also about demonstrating personal style. So before you launch yourself into verbal diarrhea, you can take 5 or 10 seconds to pause and reflect. Be comfortable letting the silence sit to give a thoughtful answer. This is demonstrating your incredible professional restraint and that you have mastered your mindset. The kind of character development that is going to be so useful when you're in conversations with professional clients and need to close a deal. Then when you are ready to ask your question, think like a seller. Ask about what challenges you might face in the role selling this specific product for this company. It shows that you're already willing to put an effort to think about how to succeed in this role. Use this moment to understand how that team can help you grow. Obviously, no company wants to feel like they're just being used for career progression, but you also want to demonstrate your ambition, because in this role, you're going to continue to develop your skills that are going to build your financial freedom. So this has to be a right fit for you as well. You can be a charming, thoughtful person with all the right answers, but in sales, to get paid, you have to close. This is about timing and confidence. Many reps can end up talking so much, they miss that crucial window when their client could have said yes to their offer. So don't be afraid to close the interview. This is one of the biggest differences between interviews in this industry and others, and it's often something that your interviewer is going to be looking for because, again, it's demonstrating that you know how to be in control of the conversation. Thank the interviewer for their time and ask them if there's any concerns about your candidacy so that you can address them openly. Many average and less confident sellers are going to be fine slipping out quietly, but how you close is important as how you open. Then after the interview, follow up quickly. Send an email within 30 minutes so that you stay fresh in the minds of the interviewer. In sales, things move fast, and again, you're demonstrating that you know how to follow up with the client so that you don't miss the opportunity. In this world, whether we like it or not, we are all in sales. It's the most effective skill that you can learn to build your wealth and set you financially free. That's why I'm so passionate about helping you land your first job in sales or get into a role that's going to expand your skills and what's possible in this life. By following these strategies, you're not only going to ace your sales interview, but set yourself on that path for career growth and financial freedom. So get out there and show them what you're made of. With Selling Millions, I want to help you build your sales skills. So subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. That way when you get questions about sales strategy, like how to run a discovery call or sell high ticket, you'll be armed with more knowledge. Like this video right here. It's about how to master cold calling, so check it out. It's going to make those calls a little bit easier and a whole lot more effective.